Tim with Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio, and welcome back to another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. We're on a Kenmore washing machine that will not drain. So the first thing that we're going to do is put it into its drain and try and start it. There's a little switch right here. When you close the lid, you should hear it actuate, and I'm not hearing that. So what we're going to do is just try and press this guy down. And it's not working either, so I'm just going to support it from the bottom and hit the switch. And now it is spinning and draining. So we know that we have a bad lid switch and need to change that out. Okay, the tools that we'll need for this repair are a common screwdriver with a Phillips bit, a 3/16 nut driver or socket, just a tack puller or a common screwdriver, and a little common screwdriver. Alright, so to get to the lid switch, you just need to take off these side pieces. And if you just grab in the middle and pull, they should come off pretty easy. That'll give us access to the two Phillips screws that secure the console to the cabinet. And I take these all the way out, otherwise when you flip the panel back, they fall and they always seem to go in a bad spot or a drain or something. So now we're going to unplug our unit to be safe, put the control panel into the service position, and here's where our lid switch connector is, so we'll lift up on this little tab and pull the connector out. Next, we'll take you can use a common screwdriver or I have a tack puller. Okay, so now we're going to remove the little mounts on here, little clips, and to do that we'll insert our tool and push that way. It'll release them. Just remember how they go in. If you're not used to them, they get kind of weird to put back together, but we'll do that on the other side. Okay, so now we can pull the whole cabinet forward, and there are two little guides on the bottom that we need to disengage, and we can remove our entire panel to gain easy access to our lid switch. Okay, the first step in replacing the lid switch is we're going to remove the electrical connector, and there are two tabs on each side that we need to depress and push down, and that will free that connector. Next, we're going to remove the two Phillips mounting screws, and we'll just take both of those guys off. With those free, we'll now move to the bottom and remove the ground screw and remove the wiring harness from its clip. Okay, so we're now going to remove our 3/16 grounding screw from the cabinet. And with that removed, we have the rest of the wires that come from the switch have a little clip on them. The easiest way I've found is to take this plastic piece and push it so that it is no longer in that clip, and then if we just pull the little part back, it comes out, and we have another little clip right up here, and that's just the easiest way to do it. Now on this switch we can see where it started to come apart. Right here where it's molded, right there is where it broke, so that is confirmed. We will have to transfer this guard right here, so what we're going to do is just put a little screwdriver in there and pry up on that guy, and we will pull that out and put that on the new switch. Alright, so when you get a new switch, they'll have this whole rubber guard. The first thing to do is crack that in half and remove the longer of the two. And then we will just put our wires through that same clip and then pull it back a little bit to route that wire protector part, and then we can reinstall our electrical connector. And there is a little tab that corresponds with a little tab up there to get it properly seated. Then we will route the rest of our wires through the clip on the back. Now we can put on our guard, and to do that we'll just lift down on the switch, clear some room, and push on this part to engage the clip. Now we can put on our ground screw. And we'll take our 3/16 wrench and tighten that down. Just pull the little wiring back to get a nice little spot on there. Last but not least, we'll then remount our lid switch up at the top here. Alright, we're now going to remount our lid switch, and we'll just line up the holes with the mounting holes on the switch and tighten down our phillips screws. And we'll seat the other one in there. And with those nice and tight, listen for the click. That's the click you want to hear. So now we're going to put the cabinet back onto our washing machine. Alright, we're now going to put our cabinet back on, and there are two holes in the bottom of this guy that correspond to the two slots on our cabinet here, or on our frame. So we're going to turn this guy around, get it just under the cabinet, or under the frame, and slide it on back. And there are also two guides on the back rails. So if you come to the back and just pull, you'll see if they line up or not. And the true test will be when we go to put our clips back in. If they go in nice, then you've done it right. That was pretty nice. Same thing on the other side. No problem. We'll put our switch back in, make the connection, and now put our control panel into its rightful position. Now I always give it a test before we button it back up, so we're going to give the machine some power. And it is spinning as soon as we close the lid, so we have a good fix. Now's a good time when you after it's been spinning for a little bit, to lift up the lid and make sure that the basket comes to a nice slow stop. If it's jerking or anything, you may need to adjust the brake a little bit. This one is perfect. So we're just going to reinstall our mounting screws. One on each side, our phillips screws. These do not have to be highly torqued or you'll crack the plastic. So just get them in there nice and firm. And then we will reinstall our corner pieces. And get our machine back into the right position. These have adjustable legs in the back, so if you lift it up and down a couple times, they'll automatically adjust to the right spot. And we have completed our repair. Thank you for watching another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.